This just came out about 30 seconds before we came on air, and if you look up in the sky, it is mighty dark. Now, Greta, when you're sunset, can you point up? All right, you see that difference? That dark cloud is the next rain band that's coming through, and that one is probably going to come with the full force of the next push of the Atlantic. All right, so some of these places, we're standing in these zones, and that wind's coming 45, 50 miles per hour. We've already had our gust, and Jacob, you got a wind gust for us? By the way, Jacob Wyckoff from WeatherBug. Our truck is on the other side of the building because we're in a little protected area right now. And first of all, do you have contacts?
I don't.
That's why I need these and you don't.
Exactly.
This is not my Bono look I'm going for. Go ahead.
Yeah, earlier we saw a gust of 45 miles an hour on the little Kestrel handheld anemometer. Yeah, it's just the funneling through these streets that are really pushing the winds.
And the last band that came, honestly, it's been like an hour and a half, and since we had that hard band that gave us a 65-mile-per-hour wind, we're going to see, do we have enough cable to run up, try to run up the dune? We don't, because literally right over that dune, we were watching the Atlantic come crashing on. Now I'm hearing the waves, and as we step with some of this foam, there are a couple of people up there actually just waiting to get their shot as well. But I mean, can you peek over there? Step up if you can, Eric. Eric, our cameraman, I'm going to hold you and watch your footing. You can actually see these waves that have to be 12 feet high. It is really amazing considering what it looked like when we first got here and how angry the Atlantic has gotten with these winds. Now, we had high tide at about 6:55, so we're now pushing almost an hour past high tide and should be rolling out, right? Well, obviously the wind is battling that, and I don't think we're going to have that retreat. And if anything, we're going to have ourselves an added push as that water and as that eye wall comes out closer to us. Really, to get that perspective, we're probably going to have to get into a little bit of a different vantage point. We are tethered by the cables and by everything else going on here. I'll toss it back to you in the studio. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you, Jamie. We haven't had a chance to go to Ocean Parkway. I'm looking past right now, not too bad. That heavy rain band that you were talking about, by the way, that you saw on camera, that's the stuff we had a little bit earlier. And it does look like the heaviest rain is just inland, but we've got another wave trying to push through. And of course,